Hey guys, so I've already got another video on how I made some DIY carpenter bee traps, and it's springtime again. Carpenter bees are all over the place. I need some more traps, and so I'm going to do an easier, what I think is an easier method of building some. And what I've got is a piece of Douglas fir 4x4, and basically I'm going to just cut this to 8 inches long, drill my holes in it. I'll show you what I'm doing, but I think it's a lot easier. You don't have to cut pieces of wood to size and staple them together and all that kind of jazz. You just basically a couple cuts and drill some holes and match your jar to the bottom of it and piece of cake. So one thing is, this Douglas fir was like 8-foot section 4x4. It was like $11 and change. And if I do each one of these 8 inches long, I can get 10 of these out of just one board for $11. So pretty cheap to do. You don't want to do a pressure treated board. A, it's going to cost you more, and B, I think the carpenter bees really prefer the fresh wood over pressure treated wood. Not that they won't bore into pressure treated wood, but they're going to prefer wood that's not pressure treated. So we'll show you what we're doing and see how easy it is to make this thing. Okay, cutting it at 8 inches in length. This piece of 4x4, it's got some nasty stuff here, but that's okay because I'm going to end up cutting 45 degrees off for the top just so water can run off the top of it. So it's no big deal, but that also means if this is going to be my top that's going to cut off, that's going to be my bottom. So we're going to get this thing marked, and we're going to drill, I think I've got a 7/8 spade bit. We're going to drill a hole right down the middle here, about a little over 4 inches deep is what we're going to do to start with. All right, so 4x4 is not really 4x4, it's 3.5, right? So I need to just kind of mark by 1 1/4. I'm looking for the center spot on here. Put 2 marks on here, and just mark a line. Whoop. Close to center on this. That's just to give us a center spot. So just FYI, I want to set this. I set about a little over 4 inches on my stop to drill down in here. So I'm just about 4 inches in. I just had enough space in between the bit and the wood to start with. Your side holes need to be a 1/2 inch because that's the size that the carpenter bees want to go into. It's a 1/2 inch hole. So now now that we got the main hole cut, we're going to go ahead and cut our 45 degree for the top and just whack that nasty section off. And then we'll go ahead and drill our side holes, and we'll be good with block at that point. So to make a bunch of these, what I would do is go ahead and set your stop at 8 inches. Cut all your 8-inch boards if you're going to make a bunch. And then you can set another stop, set your thing to 45 degrees, and then cut all your 45-degree angles at that point. All right, so basically here's our block. Now, we got our bigger hole in here. Now we're going to do 3 holes in from the 2 sides and the front. I'm going to do a 1/2 inch bit, but I like to start with a smaller bit and work my way up. It's just easier to drill. And the other thing, we're going to drill at about roughly a 45-degree angle coming in, and we're going to basically drill our 1/2 inch hole that's going to end up hitting our guy in here. So none of this is has to be perfect to size or anything like that. Again, we're just slapping this outside. It's going to get wetter and everything else, just catch the bees. So it's not like you're making cabinets or something, right, like I'm doing my other project. Anyway, I'm probably going to go about 1.5 inches or so up to where I'm going to start my hole and then go in at a 45-degree angle, which will intersect our big hole. So just put this thing in a clamp. Now, when you're drilling angled holes, a little trick. Again, I'm not really measuring. I'm just kind of eyeballing here. I am lining it up with our hole, okay? But a little trick is to go straight in to start with and then slowly start turning your drill. That'll help you get the bit going in the right direction there. Instead of it sliding all over the place, which is what it'll want to do. And then just come straight down into our hole. And I'm just going to do that 2 more times. And again, not measuring, just kind of eyeballing where things are at. You'll feel when it breaks through into that hole in the middle. Move up in bit sizes. All right, now, when you go to the 1/2 inch, think about a 1/2 inch bit, even though we've worked up, because the threads are spaced out so much, it's going to want to grab it and pull it in. So make sure your vise is on there tight. But you're going to see it's going to grab and tear the wood up. Now, just to clean things up a bit, there's a lot of debris in there. I'm going to get that 7/8 bit and I'm going to run it in there again just to clean things up. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm going to drop that bit in the hole. You'll see it pop in there. So that's basically what all these holes come in and intersect the big hole. So that's that. All right, next part. A lot of people put mason jars on here. Mason jars can be expensive. So my recommendation is use peanut butter jars. And if you feel the need to empty your peanut butter jar, just mix a bunch of peanut butter with some chocolate ice cream and you'll get fat, but it tastes great. And basically what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take this lid, we're gonna pre-drill 2 holes for screws to hold the lid on place. We're gonna drill a 1/2 inch hole into the lid right here in the center. And then that's it. We'll screw our lid on, drill a hole through here to mount it to wherever I'm gonna mount it, and we're done. So let's get this lid on and go from there. So these plastic lids, I don't want them to split and crack, and I don't know how brittle this is, so I'm gonna start with a small hole and work my way up on this one too to try to keep it from splintering out. So we want to get to 1/2 inch size here. That one went pretty good. Let's go right on up to this guy. All right, there you have it. All right, that's pretty much it, folks. So we're gonna just take our peanut butter jar, thread it up there. I'm gonna drill a hole through here, mount it on the eave of my barn. And it's kind of a cloudy day today. Yesterday, the carpenter bees were everywhere because it's so sunny out. Yesterday, it's kind of cloudy today, not out as much. But I guarantee you by tomorrow, I'll have some carpenter bees in here. He's not happy, Bob. And then there were more. Gotta love it.